Audio Jungle.
Saturday edition of Bystanders at Newsstands on Flip TV. Michael still keeping it real with you right here at Ogba Newsstand. Still Flip TV, dishing it out to the world. Bystanders, your number one super review program. Serious crisis in Ondo State. That's what we'll be talking about, and that's what we found on the front page of this journal. The major headline here: security threat. Ondo in serious security crisis. Akeredolu cries out. Ondo in serious security crisis. Akeredolu cries out as gunmen abducts wife of his chief of staff. Quickly to another story on the front page of this journal. NSAS, police will never allow violent protests again, says IGP, that's the Inspector General of Police. Federal government's letter unsettled, CNN says Lai Mohammed. Federal government's letter unsettled, CNN says Lai Mohammed. Ketra, family seek justice for husband killed 13 years ago. Ketra, family seek justice for husband killed 13 years ago. Our police beat me, forced me to remove my bra. We have the story on the front page of the Nation Super. On to the next one, which is on the down part of the paper. How my father's killers captured him in toilet. Son of Nasarawa State APC chairman. Controversy as Isba bans Black Friday promo in Kano. And we have also to review strike as federal government raises allowances offer to 70 billion naira. On top of the paper, APC governors woo parties neck over Boni committee's tenure elongation. Court urged to restrain caretaker committee over national convention. And the last story on the front page of this journal will be reading to you viewers. Zamfara Gold, Matawali attacks South PDP governors, says there is bad blood in PDP. These are the stories we have on the front page of Saturday Nation newspaper. Our viewers are here. Let's join them. I'll be back in a jiffy. Happy weekend to you.
Same to you.
Hope you're enjoying it.
Well,
the weekend started yesterday, last Friday.
We bless God for another opportunity to be alive.
We have diverse stories on the front page of the journal, but the major story I'll be talking about is that of Ondo State. Of course, for some time now there have been crises in that state. A king was kidnapped and killed. That's only for FIFA or so. And we have the wife of Chief of Staff of Ondo State Governor Akeredolu being abducted by gunmen. Now, there is a man that signed in the new security outfit called codenamed Amotekun, which has flagged off in that state. Now, should we expect this kind of crisis in that state, having inaugurated that outfit called Amotekun?
Yes, I think what is happening in Ondo State is politically driven, motivated.
Okay.
There are some political heavyweights that wants to control the states, and they are doing that at the risk of the entire Edo people. Yes, they are trying to cause civil unrest and panic that will help them achieve their aim. So for the security outfits that already has been flagged off, you can see that the impact is not felt because the first impression matters. We suppose that they should have nabbed all these kidnapping and all that. They should have sent a serious signal by living up to the expectation. The first impression matters. If we haven't launched this security outfit, Amotekun, whose primary objective is to safeguard the life and property of the Ondo people and the Southwest at large. So if they are failing at this first impression, it means there is a great danger ahead, and that security threats might persist, and the incessant kidnapping and abduction and killing will also continue. So I think they should rise up to the occasion and prove and defend the integrity and the life of Ondo people. Otherwise, the chief security of the state, which is the governor, should be held responsible.
Now, the Inspector General of Police have vowed not to allow another violent protest in Nigeria, which is causing reactions in the country. Now, I believe the citizens have the right to express their views, their feelings about the onslaught in the country, and situation whereby they are being deprived of these rights. I believe there will be a problem.
You mean the Inspector General of Police said he will not allow any violence protests?
Yeah.
In the first place, the masses have not conducted themselves in a violent manner. It was the government itself that sponsored violence. It was the aftermath of the Lekki shooting that resulted to violence, because people were going about their business, about their legitimate rights to protest peacefully, not until the federal government instigated killing by shooting innocent, defenseless protesters at Lekki target. That is what prompted the people to revolt. Otherwise, nothing would have marred the protest. There wouldn't have been any record of violence. People are just agitating for good governance and an end to brutality on the part of the government and the security outfits of the government. So I think the IG of police should be called to order. It seems he's living in denial. So even his men were responsible for the violence. They should be held accountable. So if he's saying that he will never tolerate any violent protest, he should caution his men. He should speak to them to adhere to the rule of engagement, and should not, do anything, whatever that will incite violence by harassing or infringing on people's rights. Otherwise, they will see the murder of violence and protest, which is of course imminent. Otherwise, unless the Nigerian state decide to heed and attend to the cravings of the youth, which are legitimate, which are legal, which are morally right, the rights to freedom. Look at what is happening in Nigeria. Look at the North are afraid of restructuring. Why should they be afraid of restructuring? We must take responsibility of moving this country forward, not in the errors of the past. So we must start a way forward, and by that we must come to the round table to discuss issues of importance, issues that have been bedeviling us, issues that have brought us where we are now. Otherwise, if we keep on living in denial, we are not going anywhere, and we can never experience any progress as far as a nation, this country is concerned.
Thank you so much, Chigozie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have Mr. Matthew right here on Saturday edition of Bystanders at Newsstands. Matthew, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Mike.
You're welcome once again.
It's a pleasure.
All right. We have Ondo State in serious chaos. Talking about insecurity in that state. It happened to a king in that state, and we still have the wife of the chief of staff to the governor being abducted by these so-called hoodlums. Hoodlums. Now, what do you think is happening in that state? Is there anything the governor should have done that he has not done? Is there anything he should have corrected that he has not corrected or what?
I think what happened in Ondo State, Ondo is just having its share of the insecurity that bedevil the country generally. When you look at Nigeria holistically, there is insecurity virtually in every state. The degree may vary from state to state. Bible said that I think as a governor, it behoves on you as the chief security officer of the state to protect lives and property of your citizens. Bible said that it's unfortunate that even as a governor and chief security officer of the state, that the security architecture is not under your control and command. That still brings us back to the issue of state police. You see that it is evidently clear that we need state police, so that these state governors can take full responsibility, total control of the security of the state. Because you cannot be blaming a man for the failure of security of his state, a situation where the commissioner of police do not take order from him, the DSS director of the state do not take order from him, all the security architecture, all their heads take order from Abuja, and at the end of the day you say the buck rests with Mr. Governor. So we can only situate the blame at the doorstep of the governor when the command and control is within his power. Having said that, the people of his state still see him as their leader, as their governor, as the chief security officer of the state. So to that extent, I think since Amateku have been legalized by a way of House of Assembly legislation, I think they should interface with IG to see in the area where they can be empowered. I mean, Amateku can be empowered to bear arms. Because to be quite honest with you, there is little or nothing Amateku can do. Not just Amateku, any security outfit at all, without bearing arms. Consider the fact that they are confronting criminals who wield AK-47 as their weapon. So for them to be able to combat crime of kidnapping and robbery, they must have superior firearm. So to that extent, I don't think it will be out of place for Ondo State government and any other state for that matter who already have a state security architecture to interface with the federal government for the purpose of allowing them to bear arms. And I don't think, because this federal government fear that if you allow any state security outfit to bear arms, that it may lead to disintegration. I think they should jettison that fear out of their mind. Because if federal government through police, DSS, Army, Navy have not been able to effectively and efficiently police Nigeria, it means a gap have been created. And to fill that gap, we are seeing states coming up with their own state security architecture. And the only thing that is lacking is the ability for these security operatives to bear arms. Once we empower them to bear arms, I can assure you that we are going to start seeing efficiency, because these people know the terrain more than the ones coming from Abuja and other part of the federal government security agencies. So it will be better if federal government allow Amateku and any other state police, any other state security arrangement to bear arms for the purpose of enhancing efficiency.
All right, thank you so much. Back to today's business, Ondo State, we have a situation where a king was kidnapped some days ago. Presently, another crisis. David, with the security outfit in that state, I said it to one of our reviewers, should we still be seeing such a menace going on in that state? Amateku, I think, is working there presently.
Thank you, Mr. Akeredolu. I think the present governor, Akeredolu, only want to only has not implemented the what Amotekun outfit for them to kickstart their security and then also safeguarding lives and property. He used them just to get votes, sympathy votes from people. They have not been implemented. They have not started working. Because if Amotekun has started working, the chief of staff wife will not be kidnapped. A high-profile person in the state, chief of staff, his wife was kidnapped yesterday. As of today, nobody knows the whereabouts of the woman. It is so worrisome. And then barely 24 hours in that same state, a high-profile monarch was killed by gunmen. This is so worrisome. Now, I think this should not be the case for only Amotekun alone. It should be a joint task force should come and then let them solve this issue of security. Just like yesterday, the Sultan of Sokoto said the north is the worst place to live because of what insecurity. This should not be. We should not narrow down this issue just to only Ondo State alone. Nigeria is cut across the whole nation, the east, the west, the south. Every region in this country, it is not safe any longer. People can no longer sleep with their two eyes open. I gave you an instance yesterday. A train broke down from Lagos to Kano yesterday, and people were shivering because they don't know what might happen at 2 a.m. You know how that road Lagos Abuja Kano Expressway has been the epicenter for this bandit and kidnappers. The president should wake up now. It's a wake up call for him. He should rejig his security chiefs now. This is now people, the security chiefs you've been working with for good 4 years and still nothing has improved. Why don't you lay them off and then bring in new people that would bring you fresh ideas, that would bring you new tactics into the security system. You cannot always work with failures. The security chiefs now, they have failed. Even the so-called Amotekun now still could not safeguard people in their own state. Are you telling me this woman we have 8 attached to them, but what they did was this government bandits overrun those 8 and cast her away. You mean in Nigeria? How could you? So I think now it is high time the president should wake up. If he's sleeping, he should wake up. Now security. Everybody needs what? Security. Nobody is secure again if you continue restraint. Even the South of Sokoto said now bandits in the north now goes to house just to pick people now. That was what I said. Bandits, government, call them anything. They go to hand to hand. Yesterday, a lecturer was kidnapped in where? Aminu Kano, Zaria University. A lecturer, 2 lecturers and 1 professor here in Kano. So this case of insecurity is becoming so worrisome. The president should sit up. If he thinks he cannot handle this issue, he should resign. It is becoming so worrisome for good 4 years. 5 years along the line, and then when coming on board, he said you will defeat what's it called, Boko Haram, and then insecurity just in 6 months. This is 5 years along the line. Still nothing has still been done. If you think if he cannot safeguard lives and properties in Nigeria, as he has sworn to oath to defend every Nigerian, he should resign. Nobody is asking you too much. If you think that the workload is much for you, why don't you step aside and let capable hands come in?
And this brings me back to what the IGP has said on the front page of this journal, that he will never allow a violent protest again in Nigeria. Now, when you look at it, I think this shouldn't be the EndSARS protest shouldn't be his priority. The security in the land should be one of his major priorities. Yes or no?
Mr. Akeredolu, the IG has turned himself into a politician. I don't know if he's a spokesman for APC or PDP. That such words should not come from a public office holder. He is a public servant. He should be saying that. Let government and do that. His own paramount, his own civil rights should be about safeguarding people. So whether answers or not, that should not be his own headache. If he's I don't know if he's now APC member or if he's now working hand in hand with what Alhaji Lai Mohammed. That should not be his own headache. Even if people say, okay, today we want to protest, you are supposed to what? You are supposed to what? Protect them. You are supposed to what? Provide security for them.
All right, thank you so much, David. Thank you so much for your contribution. Still by Standards at least on Flip TV. Ondo State in serious crisis.
Wow, serious crisis. First class monarchy in Ondo State was killed, I think 3 days ago, by gunmen. You understand? I think after having a meeting with IG, Inspector General of Police, on the way back, the first class monarch Oba was shot by unknown gunmen.
That's executed.
Was executed, man. That is too bad, man. Insecurity. There's insecurity crisis all over Nigeria now. Highly pathetic. Nowhere, no place, north, south, nowhere is secured anymore. I don't know whether the SAS men, the hostel SAS police officers, maybe they have, taking guns. They are the one running these guns. Because they are gunmen. They are gunning Nigerians down, attacking everybody at sight. But Michael, let's put that aside anyway. Not that I've finished with insecurity, but I want to ask you a question, Michael. Something baffled me yesterday, and it begins to baffle same. It's begin to happen same to other people. Like yesterday, I don't know whether you went through the front page of the whole newspapers yesterday.
Okay.
The picture of the man called Buhari, Muhammad Buhari. Michael, let me tell you, ask TJ, ask other people. Nigerians massively yesterday believed that the man at Asurok is not retired General Muhammad Buhari. Michael, I'm telling you this. If you want to try me, whether I'm a truthful man or someone that is always on the side of falsehood, I would like you to visit yesterday's paper. Just visit yesterday's papers, maybe online, or you ask TJ. TJ will give you. Yes, you have the nation.
Is it not Vanguard?
Vanguard. Then there's another paper that carries same caption, same headline too, where Buhari was being presented with something like that. Somebody was giving him either a award or something like that. Man, let me explain. The guy was fat. The Buhari I'm talking about now was very fat on the pics, very short, very fat, with protruded stomach. Let me tell you, the face wasn't Buhari's face. Though the gap teeth, she understand, was there. I think understand. People started debating yesterday, many Nigerians, I'm telling you. At the newsstand. Some went online, some saw it online that truly that man, no, it should not be Mr. President. I would like you to just revisit it, and I'm trying to tell our viewers abroad. Go online, yesterday paper, just go to Vanguard, The Nations, and the rest of the news magazine, newspapers, you will see, you will actually understand what I am saying. The man behind the mask will be made known very, very soon by the special grace of God.
I have not seen any facts to that effect.
I'm telling you, had it been you went through the paper, maybe you came earlier yesterday.
No, I saw it. I saw what but
it wasn't Buhari.
That's not enough for you to say
no,
that.
It's enough.
On the front page, it's not the president.
It's not the president.
I'm not sure.
I'm sure of what I'm saying. We've been digging this for over 3 years now, since 2017, and we have succeeded on unveiling the actual fact yesterday. I'm telling you, it wasn't Mr. President.
Must surely prevail. Thank you so much, Raphael.
The Nigerian insecurity that we have been hearing for before 60s, where level of blood flow in the country, people die like fowl. and the government is unlistenable. They don't care. They only care for their children, because as I'm talking to you right now, their family is in abroad. Then the people that remain here suffer the consequences. So what I want to say is that Nigeria insecurity will not stop until the government come up, what we call National Assembly, come up and bring what we call restructuring on the table, and go into the action and make sure that they restructure the country, restructure our security architects, and make sure that each state in Nigeria has their own security too. Because the Buhari, as the president of Nigeria, doesn't know what is happening in a scene and local government in Akwa Ibom. He doesn't know anything there. It is the government of the local government chairman, the governor, know what is happening in his state. But simple because we want to achieve our selfish interest in this country, we overlook things. We will talk about Nigeria insecurity in the next 1,000 years. It will not stop. I am telling you from the bottom of my heart, it won't stop until the government come up and do what they're supposed to do, and say from now henceforth, this thing must stop. Buhari will go into security, army, navy, police, and begin to say, okay, we are one country. May we bring wisdom from this one. Maybe gather together and join and fight. You don't need to have pride. You sit down. It seems like you don't know what is happening. You said the thing. Government on top of the country. It's a complete lie. It's a political deception. Nothing happened. They cannot stop the insecurity in Nigeria. In the next 10,000 years to come, Nigeria, see, as I'm talking to you, Nigeria is going very soon, from now to first quarter of next year, everybody will run away. People will run because government is unlistenable. They don't know what to do. They share our public fund. They don't have any work now. Last month, NSAS this thing. It is because of the youth come up and say, no, we want to break these people wing. They come up and deal with them. Now they begin to go into negative side. Another one is coming. If federal government of Nigeria will not wake up and do something right now, I swear to God Almighty, people will run.
But the IG said he won't permit.
He's a liar. He's lie. He cannot. They can't do anything. He's lie. They can't do anything. Now his political promises. That's how they talk. You hear they say army say they don't level Boko Haram. They have leveled Boko Haram, but now Boko Haram is still on the ground. He cannot walk. It happened in Borno State where they attacked the governor convoy. They attacked this. Here in Ondo State. He can walk because they are not ready to restructure. They are not ready to restructure the security. They want everything to be in the security for them to steal the money. Nothing concerns them. So until they wake up and do something before.
And here we say goodbye to you on today's edition of Bystanders at East End. Join me next time on the same platform. I remain Michael Adekunle. Behind the camera is Odusi Dayo. Christian also joining us today. Christian Chukwu, how are you doing? Viewers across the globe, you can subscribe to our sister channel talking about Flip TV Plus. You can also subscribe to Flip TV. Subscribe to Flip TV and Flip TV Plus. You can join me on Facebook, Michael Temitayo Adekunle, Michael Adekunle Michael. Bye everyone. Have a good weekend.